What's going on, you guys? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. Before we get into the show, let me let you guys know that the chasing panel is tonight. So be on the lookout for that around 9:30 tonight, where we'll be talking about chasing LA. So be on the lookout for myself, Jamar, T, Carl, and Tramel and Jeremy. Okay, so be on the lookout for all of us tonight for the chasing panel. I think Tramel is out of town though, if I'm not mistaken. So if Tramel is not here, then we'll probably get Nikki to come up here and sit in his spot until he comes back. But yes, be on the lookout for the chasing panel. So y'all already know how I get down. Y'all know I got to talk to y'all a little bit before we even get started on the show. So y'all know today, well, y'all don't know, I'm telling y'all. But earlier today, my publisher called me and hold on, y'all. Let me put my phone on do not disturb, child, because baby, everybody want to call me as soon as I get on live. Call you when I'm done. But yeah, so I got a phone call today from my publisher, Sheridan. Okay. And she's about to send me my first round of edits for the next book. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Um I'm so excited about this next book. If y'all don't have the first book, y'all need to get the first book. But it look like I just got another check today from the first book, so y'all still buying it. And I haven't really promoted the first book like I should be doing because it's almost a year old. But I think I'm gonna go back into promoting it again. But yes, the second book is on the way. I get my first round of edits on Sunday, and I get my first round of edits on Sunday. And I'm very excited. Like this journey of being a YouTuber, an author, a web reality personality is really a thing. Like I can't even believe that all of this is happening all at the same time. So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to go back and read everything and just give my you know give my take and everything else, like just give them what I think about it, give my approval on things and all of those different things. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm very excited about that. Now, before we get into today's show, because y'all already know how we get down, we're going into the 4-minute mark. So let me see what moderators are here. We got DB, we got Universal Goddess, we got Too Feisty, who is the queen of the moderators. We got Catherine as well. So what I need from you guys is to make sure that the chat is clean. Make sure that if anybody gets out of line, you can time them out. You don't have that down. Not only that, be sure that everybody's liking and subscribing. Make sure that everybody is lighting up the chat as we go into the 5-minute mark. Now, however, we have one of our Scotty Gang family members by the name of Edwina. I think she's from Minneapolis, and she says that she's in the emergency room. So well wishes to her. Hopefully you get well very soon. I see Aaliyah Brittany is in here as well. So the mod gang is definitely in the building to this evening. I definitely see that. So now that we hit 5 minutes, let's go ahead and get into this evening's show. We're here to talk about Candace Dillard Basset. And we're here to talk about what her real reasoning for leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac. Because we all want to know what the real reason was. And it's funny how she's still getting a whole lot of traction based off of her her used to being on this show, her having a podcast and all that different stuff, and now she got a new album out. But I was very interested because I was just laying in my bed. I was just waking up from a nap, and I was just looking for things that I wanted to talk about, because if I couldn't find anything to talk about from the blogs, I was going to go ahead and do another deep dive today. But when I saw that, I'm like, well, I think that's good enough for me to do at least a 40-minute live on it. So let's go ahead and get into it, So apparently I got this from The Girls Are Fighting. That's a Twitter account. And before we get into the actual video of it all, this is what the article says. Now it says that let me take this down real quick, okay? So let's get into it. What did it say up here? It says that Candace Dillard Basset says that Gizelle Bryant's allegations against Chris Bassett led her to her RHOP exit. Candace Dillard Basset is opening up about the real reason she decided to leave the Real Housewives of Potomac, saying that the fallout from the allegations around her husband ultimately became too much to bear. During a recent appearance on the Pop Syllables podcast, the former RHOP star reflected on filming season 7 when Gizelle Bryant questioned Chris's intentions after a private conversation in her hotel dressing room following the season 6 reunion. While Gizelle repeatedly stated that Chris never touched or made any sexual advances, Candiace has long argued that the storyline unfairly damaged her husband's reputation. Okay, so now we're about to go ahead and get into the video. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to show that video because it's from a podcast, but I'm just gonna put the overlay up and let y'all listen to it as we get ready for my stance and my opinion on it. Y'all know that. So we got 89 people up in here so far. So if we got 89 people up in here, we need 89 people engaging. And y'all do know that with every single live that we do, the goal is to hit 100 plus with every single live that we do. And we need the moderators to make sure that everybody feel welcome in the chat and make sure that you're all engaging. I'll be right back with my opinion, but let's listen to Candiace.
Was the beginning of filming for season 7. And there was this scene that people may remember. We were in a dance studio and I was there with one of my castmates where she begins this plot that she had set, cooked up in her house with her purple walls. And it was this setup of your husband, X, Y, and did X, Y, and Z. I think I just started doing my gonal.
Oh my God.
Shots.
That's the antagonist. I like, that and Lupron.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. So that week, because, when you're doing the shots, you have to go into the doctor every morning for them to check your follicles to see how they're growing, so they can adjust your meds if necessary. And I remember doing that scene and then going the rest of the week to my appointments and them saying, your follicles aren't growing at a fast enough rate. And it's my first round of IVF failed. And I am 100% certain that it was due to the stress of that whole situation. And I said to myself, I can't have both of these things. I can't do the work of just giving myself the insurance of children and also exist in this space where toxicity abounds. And I made a mental note that, okay, I have to do another round of IVF. If and when I get pregnant, I can't be pregnant here. Because because all of my emotion is in my gut. And if I'm carrying life in my gut,
I get it.
I cannot be in a space where I have no idea what's
coming next.
These bored, storyless vagabonds are going to cook up to try and, send me.
Get a rise out of it.
Yes. Yeah. And sure enough, we wrapped that season. And I did my second round and it went off without a hitch.
You departed from the show. But what was the point where you were like, this is costing me too much? And what did it feel like?
I think for me, I realized that it was not worth it. I guess that was season 7 around the discourse around my husband. That is, and really it was more so about me looking at him and watching the breakdown in his eyes and the fact that no one was willing to really do anything to rectify it or correct it.
I remember that was a thing that you kept saying.
Yeah. That I said, and it was also that I started to feel like, okay, I'm fighting with the girls, but now I'm also fighting with production. And I cannot have this kind of discourse on both sides of this camera. It's enough to be, in an emotional dumpster with the cast. Because okay, you sign up for that, you're paid to do that. But now I'm having disagreement and issues with the people that are supposed to be protecting me.
And when you say, because I think for people at home, they really don't, if you don't work in the business, you don't know how it works. I think for you guys are assigned like a confessional producer, right? Or
we are assigned a segment producer.
A segment producer.
Yes. Right. And they are kind of with you throughout the season, and they come in and they prep you for your scenes, and they're the person that you kind of will call and say, I want to do this event. What do you think? Or I'm really pissed that she said this. What do you think?
Yeah.
And they're also sort of our liaison to the upper,
network.
The network, the production company.
Okay.
It started to feel like I was not being supported or believed. And then for me, the real like, okay, I gotta get up out of here was when I was going through my first round of IVF. And to be clear, I was doing IVF as a family planning endeavor. I was
Okay, so they stopped it here. So I wish there was another part to this. I really wish it was, because I was really, really interested.
The beginning of filming for season 7, and
I was really, really interested in everything else that she was saying here, but that was pretty much the gist of it. Now, that was Candiace, and that was her talking about how she made her decision to leave the Real Housewives of Atlanta Potomac, around like season 7. We know her last season was season 8. We know that was her last season. But she said around season 7 is when she realized that it shouldn't be this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be going through this. This shouldn't be my judge. This shouldn't be my jam. Now, if you remember correctly, because I think by this point, by season 7, I was doing live. That's when I started doing all live reviews by then. Because, there was a time where I was like pre-recording my reviews in the closet, editing the reviews and going about my business and live panel here and there, whatever. But then I started getting into then I'm getting into the part where it's kind of like, okay, now I'm doing live reviews. So this is around the time I started doing nothing but lives. Gizelle came out with that shit about Chris supposedly making her feel uncomfortable at the very beginning of season 7. I'll never forget it. And that was the moment where Candace was pretty much done with Gizelle. Like, done with Gizelle. And with every single right, because you're doing this out of spite and out of maliciousness and out of a storyline. I'm chewing gum. This ain't gonna work. Doing all of this just for the sake of a storyline, and that's what girls do. I just got to keep it real with you. When you're on reality TV, or when you're on web reality TV, and you come back on the show, the girls that ain't got no storyline, they're gonna make you and your husband or whatever else is going on with you a storyline. That's what they're gonna do, and they're probably gonna rope up some people to join them on their cast of making you a storyline and making your business a storyline and everything under the sun. That is what they're going to do. You feel what I'm saying? When you ain't got shit to talk about, I got to find me something to talk about so I can get this camera time. So I'm going to use somebody and I'm going to try to demonize them and their character just so I can have me something to do this season on this show. That's what people do. And that is what Gizelle does. So she chose that this time I'm going to go for blood. I'm going to go after Candace's husband, and I'm going to make him look like a fucking creep. And I am going to really eviscerate his character and make him look like a fool while making myself look like a fool too, because I'm sitting up here lying on this man. That's exactly what I'm finna do. And that's exactly what the fuck she did. That's what she did. It wasn't cool. It wasn't right. And it damn sure wasn't okay. So it's like, what we doing here? So when this started happening, right? I had my qualms about both Candace and Gizelle. Because I've always been indifferent to Candace. I'm going to be honest with you. I was always indifferent. You know, I never wanted her to lead the show, but I was always indifferent. It was like, you know, I like her, then I wouldn't. Then I like her again, then I wouldn't. Or she'll annoy me or whatever. Like, you know, it was always an indifference. But if I could pick a favorite out of everybody on, you know, Potomac, it was her. I used to be so annoyed with Candace, mainly because of this tight-knit relationship. At one point, at least it came across like a tight-knit relationship with Gizelle and Robin. It really irritated me so bad because I was like, girl, they don't like you. They don't like you. And I really felt that way quite a bit when she fought, when her and Monique got the fight. And I felt like they were literally using Candace because they didn't like Monique. And they wanted Monique off the show, and Candace was their way of getting her off. And I felt like they were not like genuinely here for Candace for real. They were only genuinely here for Monique to be the fuck off this damn show. And they used Candace and her beef with Monique to make that shit happen. That's how I still feel to this day. And she was defending Gizelle tooth and nail when Monique was coming for her relationship with Jamal Bryant, like defending it, all this other shit, like flat out defending the shit, like completely. So it was like, okay. So I felt like they used her for their own benefit. That's really how I felt. And that really wasn't her fault. To be honest, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I felt like they did use her for their own benefit, like, honestly. So when they turned around, well, when Gizelle turned around and did this to her, I was like, I always knew that her turn was coming. Like, I always knew that her turn was coming. And that's mainly because Gizelle ain't really loyal to not one motherfucker on this show but Robin. She might have a smidge of loyalty to Karen. Not a lot, but a smidge. But she ain't really loyal to nobody on this bitch but Robin. She'll turn on all you hoes. So I don't understand why anybody would want to be, you know, friends with her. So she started off with this shit. That season, she started off with it. Start off with this shit, like basically start stirring up the pot, saying that Chris made her uncomfortable. She never really just stated how he made her uncomfortable. All she said was that he asked, could he talk to her in private, and went into a hotel room with her, and that was it. She never said that he made any advances at her, but she only said that he made her feel uncomfortable. Now, if that's something that really and truly happened to her, Why she just didn't say that to Candace once it happened? Why you had to wait till we got on in front of the cameras in order to make this a narrative? See, what people don't understand is when you're on reality TV, you really got to watch what you do and watch what you say, because when you bringing stuff to the camera, you're literally making up a narrative about a person, and you don't really realize what that's going to do to the other person. You're creating a narrative that's not necessarily facts. You're creating a narrative about this man, making him out to be a whole damn creep. That's exactly what the fuck you doing, and I don't think that that's cool, and I don't think that that shit is right. And then not only did Gizelle say that he did it to her, Ashley brought her friend around, Deborah around, and then she started saying that he was doing the same thing. And so, you know, thank God for Too Feisty, because she up in here giving all of the goddamn tea, and I'm going right along with it because she telling no lies. So not only did that happen, they went into the reunion, and then Gizelle brought that same lie to the Ultimate Girls Trip, and then she kept reiterating the shit. Then she accused Candace of stealing from her, and then she got production to go through Candace's stuff to prove if she's stolen from her or not. Then they get back to the Potomac girls. She helped Candace get attacked by Deborah, and then Candace find out that Robin used the lie about Chris to cover up Warren stuff. And then now at this point, Candace is being gaslit by Gizelle, by Robin, and production. And then she left the show, and then she revealed that she was pregnant after she left the show. So it's kind of like all of this shit happened back to back to back to back. And it makes a whole lot of sense as to why she chose to leave the damn show. Why would she stay on this bitch and go through all of this shit while she's pregnant? Why stay on this damn show? Why stay? Why stay? I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't stay. I do think that Gizelle did a lot. She did a lot. Like, here's the thing. I'm not the type of person, because I don't like Gizelle. This ain't nothing new. This ain't no secret. Everybody knows that ScottyByNatureTV don't see it for Gizelle Bryan in the least bit. ScottyByNatureTV can't stand the ground that she walks on. Like, this ain't nothing new to nobody. But I'm not the type that would just blame Gizelle for global warming and every damn thing else. I am not the type of person that's going to blame Gizelle for Trump being in office or anything like that. I'm not going to give her all that. But what I'm going to give her is she be doing a whole lot of treacherous ass shit on this show. And sometimes she pushes the envelope, and sometimes she goes way too fucking far with the shit that she be doing. Sometimes Gizelle, I feel like Gizelle knows what she does, and she does it on purpose, which she do. She's a villain, and she knows how to be that. But I do feel like Gizelle does a lot, and I felt like she be pushing the envelope at times, and she pushed the envelope with this particular storyline. Out of every damn thing else you could have used, you're gonna use something like this that could put somebody in a fucked up light. Say a man came to your hotel room and made you feel uncomfortable. You already know what people gonna believe. They're gonna think that this man tried to do something to you. They're going to think that this man was being inappropriate with you. That's, if Candace was really your friend, that's something that y'all could have talked about after that damn reunion. But instead, she waited months later before y'all got it, so y'all can get in front of the camera and bring it up so that could be a storyline with everybody. And I don't even understand why production allowed that to happen. But at the same time, we got to understand that production is production, and production want a good show. And whatever they feel like is going to make a good show, whether it makes you look good or bad, they don't give a fuck. Long as it gets them engagement, long as that gets them ratings, long as they get a good show. Production don't give a fuck. And that's something people got to understand. You cannot expect production to really have much morals in these situations when it comes down to putting together a reality show. We can't really expect that from them, now can we? I'm not saying that it's right. I ain't saying that it's okay and that we're going to make it anyway. But I'm just saying, when you think about production, they want a show. They want something that we're going to talk about. And this is some shit that they know that we're going to have discussions about. This is something that they know that we're going that they know that social media is going to talk about. It's going to make the headlines. They don't care they don't care how it makes you look. Because at the end of the day, once you sign that contract, you're signing your life away. And it doesn't matter what you say or what you do, that's going to make you look bad. Whatever is going to push that envelope, they are going to use that. And they are definitely going to make that the biggest thing smoking. And that's exactly what the fuck they did. And then you got Gizelle as a production puppet. So she's going to do her job. They're going to do their job. But at the same time, though, Phaedra got fired for telling a lie on somebody. And rightfully so. I was glad that Phaedra got fired. She had no business lying on Candy. And to be honest, Phaedra wasn't the only person that should have been fired. Portia should have been right out the door with her. I think with reality shows, the drama is fine. Bringing up shit is okay. But it gets to another point when you choose to lie on people as if they don't have lives outside of this. That be the part that be getting me. Like, so y'all don't care about the fact that these people got lives to live outside of this? Like how this is going to, ruin their lives in a sense. But again, reality TV producers aren't going to think about that. They're only thinking about a storyline. They're only thinking about what is going to make them money, what's going to make them ratings. And that's just that. Let me see. And Gizelle is a dangerous liar. The staff at that house in Thailand on Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Show were terrified about getting arrested over Gizelle making a fuss about that half-empty bottle of liquor. She has no real care or concern for how her lies affects others. She don't. And I never understand how anybody can go for the likes of Gizelle anyway. I mean, everybody got their faults. Don't get me wrong. Like, everybody do. But I just can't get with her and the moves that she chooses to make sometimes. I'll be like, girl, what are you doing? Do you not know what you're doing? Do you not know? I don't understand. Let me see. Reality stars are seen like athletes. When it's over, they feel no level of compassion for how this experience turned their lives upside down. Chris works with the public, which commits with his livelihood. And that was my whole thing. It ain't even about the fact that it's Gizelle, because sometimes people like to make it seem as though this is all about your hate for Gizelle. Let's be clear here, right? I think I say this a lot. I don't hate anybody on TV. Feel what I'm saying? I don't hate anybody on TV because I don't know you bitches. So why would I be hating on you? Why would I hate you? I might not like your ass, but I don't hate you. I don't hate nobody. Once I get done with these lives and shit, I go about my day. I got 3 jobs to attend to. My day job, the scene ATL, and my book. I'm an author now. I have to focus on my books now. I got 4 different jobs to do. Only one don't give me no money, and that's the scene ATL, but that's another story. But other than that, you know, I just do what I do. I don't care about these people that much. So I have to make that clear, because people love to say, you hate this person, you hate this person. No, I don't hate anybody. But Gizelle is a terrible person. And Gizelle do be doing bullshit that's really fucked up. Like, I literally, the same way I feel like Phaedra is a lying ass bitch, I feel the same way about Gizelle. She is. She does things for the sake of TV. She does things that she thinks is going to make a good reality TV storyline. And that's just what it is. And I just don't understand how Gizelle was able to keep her job after she sat up there and lied on that man, possibly ruined business for that man, and she still kept her job, and she wasn't apologetic about it. She didn't really give a fuck about how that made that man look. She didn't think she did nothing wrong or said anything wrong. She didn't care about how that made him look. She didn't care about how that could taint his marriage or any damn thing else he got going on. Like, she didn't care about that. She thought she was doing her job. So yeah, I don't see how she was able to keep her fucking job after that. But then it fuels that whole colorism shit, which I don't really want to. I don't want to go into that, but I don't want to go into that. But you know, dark-skinned woman got fired for lying about saying that somebody, you know, somebody's finna somebody else, and then this light-skinned motherfucker then kept her job after she sat up here and told a lie similar to that could have got somebody else fucked up too. But I don't want to go there. I don't want to make this no colorism war, but that's how it comes across. And I think that she's one of those cast members that is protected by production. You know, even with me doing the scene, I be like, look, if it's some shit that's about to go down that I know is a lie, I ain't finna even engage. We here to entertain people. We here to create good web reality TV and all that other shit. But baby, I ain't getting paid to do this. So you think I'm finna get on here and fight with any bitch about some lies that they making up about me and get myself a motherfucking headache for this shit? You got me fucked up. I'll walk away real quick. I ain't got to do this. I'm just saying. So, to be honest, I'm glad that she chose to, you know, move on from this show. Would I love for Candiace to come back? Yeah, I would love for Candiace to come back. Like, I would love to see her interaction with Stacey. You know, like, that would be interesting. But it's probably too much for Candiace at this point, because, you know, they ain't never getting rid of Gizelle. Like, that's a known thing. They ain't never getting rid of Gizelle. So she probably don't never want to come back and work with her. Then Monique is back. And I think she never really just felt protected since the Monique fight. I can honestly say that. But there's a lot of things that has transpired on that show that was downright like fucked up, like the things that happened with Candiace, the things that happened with Wendy. It's so many things that went down that was messed up. And I wouldn't blame her if she never came back to the show, to be quite honest. Like, I couldn't. But I never understand how Gizelle can get away with the things that she do. Very reminiscent of the Real Housewives of Orange County, how I used to feel like Vicky with her old ass would get away with doing shit. I hated Vicky. And Tamara. I hated both of them hoes. I couldn't stand them. Oh my God. Ooh. Listen. I could not stand them hoes. When I say I couldn't stand them hoes, I couldn't stand them hoes. I couldn't. I couldn't stand them. I could not stand them. And I know some of y'all probably ain't never watched Orange County, but I used to watch it with my mama. And when I tell you, Vicky used to get on my nerves, yelling all up in people's face and shit. With her insecure self. Girl, I just can't. But, you know, that's what it is. But when it come down to Andy, though, you can tell who he likes. And you can tell who he really don't see it for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can tell who he likes and who he don't see it for. Like, he loves Portia. He loves Gizelle. He loves Candy. He loves Angela. I think he loves K. Michelle. He loves Karen. He loves Teresa. I think he loved Caroline Manzo when she was on New Jersey. I think that he loved Ramona. You know, all them. You can tell who he likes and who he don't really see it for like that. You can tell. And I know it ain't just me that see that. You can tell who he like and who he don't like. Now, I told you we was only going to be here for about 40 minutes. So let me ask y'all something. I have seen y'all talk about these ads and shit when y'all be watching me live. So ads be popping up when y'all be watching me live. Because I don't know why I never knew I never knew that the ads be popping up. But that's probably because I got YouTube Premium. I've had Premium for about 2 or 3 years now. So I don't never see a commercial at all. You feel what I'm saying? But let me see. I heard Lil Mo was thinking about going on Potomac. That would be their last season. I don't want to see her heavy wig wearing ass on there. Not Lil Mo talking about going to Housewives of Potomac. Now listen. Okay. I have no issue with people from other shows coming to another show. That was my argument when people had their things to say about K. Michelle coming over from Love and Hip Hop to Housewives. There was my thing when that was my situation when Angel Love came from Basketball Wives to Married to Medicine. I had no issue with that. But Lil Mo on Housewives of Potomac, baby, no. I don't want to see her over there. No. Who I want to see on Potomac, I would love to see Ashley Silver from Love and Marriage DC on there. Her or Arena. I would love to see them two on there. But not no damn Lil Mo. No. And as a matter of fact, before I get up out of here, I'm ready to see what R&B Divas finna give. Because y'all know, I know y'all heard it by now, that Nikki Gilbert says that R&B Divas is coming back and they're gonna do an NY version, a New York version. And if y'all remember correctly, I had told you guys a long time ago that they were going to do a New York version of R&B Divas before they canceled R&B Divas. It was supposed to be Miss Jones, Truth Hurts, Elle Varner, Ashanti, Pam from Total. I think I said Truth Hurts already. But I think that was it. But I do know that she said that she's bringing the show back. And I know for a fact that Miss Jones will be a part of it. But she's also looking at Sherry Dennis and Terrell Hicks and people like that to be a part of it. But the thing is, if she's bringing it back, because I heard she said there's people trying to keep her from bringing the show back. But if she brings it back, where is it going to go? Is it going to be on streaming services? Is it going back to TV? Where is she going to bring the show back to? That is what I'm trying to figure out. But I do want it to go back. I do want it to come back. Two Feisty says, Scotty, go make a playlist of your old R&B Divas reviews so people can watch. His R&B Divas reviews were hilarious. What's so funny about that is I was going to do that. I was going to make a playlist of all of my older reviews, like my R&B Divas reviews, my Encore reviews, because I thought they were R&B Divas and my Encore reviews were definitely some of my best work. I like sometimes I sit back and I watch my Encore videos and they were so good. So good. R&B Divas, they were definitely good. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna do that. But that's pretty much that on that. So before we get up out of here, let me go ahead and promote this book again, because I got me a check yesterday from it. So I might as well go on and start back promoting it since the second one's gonna come out. So my book, That's Why You're Lonely, is available on Amazon and Kindle Books. Make sure you guys are picking it up. And if you already purchased, I would love it if you guys leave a review under there. I think we got like 2 or 3 reviews up under the book. But make sure you guys are leaving reviews up under there and letting the people know how this book is and things like that. I need to do a live where y'all discuss this book, you know. Probably need to. But yes, the sequel of this book is coming out very, very soon. I'm getting my edits back this weekend and I cannot wait to read them. The Scene ATL is coming back in January. So be on the lookout for it. We are now into our 4th episode, honey. This is gonna be a 12 episode season, child. So we got a long ways to go. We're into episode 4. So we are working and the newbies are working while I sit back and watch everybody else being messed while I'm sitting back eating my food and enjoying the mess. Okay. But with that being said, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Hey yo, pass the mic, pass the mic. I'ma talk my shit, then I'll be done for the night. He tried to fuck me on my money, he the jealous type. I heard you say that you the shit, we know that don't sound right. Hey yo, pass the mic, pass the mic. I'ma talk my shit, then I'll be done for the night. He tried to fuck me on my money, he the jealous type. I heard you say that you the shit, we know that don't sound right.
It's like moving in slow